So diversity in any living ecosystem is a sign of improved health. If you're talking about the rainforest, the number of species that are present in a rainforest is a terrific indicator of how healthy that rainforest is. And as the diversity goes down, as species start to disappear in the coral reef or in the rainforest, the overall health of that system goes down. And it turns into a vicious cycle. You end up, because of the lack of diversity, having even less diversity. For example, the plants and animals that depend on each other either as a food source or in order to prepare the environment in a certain way for the decay of plants into nutrients that can be utilized by the organisms in the soil, whether that's earthworms or whether that's microbes or whatever. So as that diversity decreases and the interdependence between these plants and animals and different species breaks down, the whole ecosystem starts to break down. You have a healthy, thriving ecosystem, hopefully, inside of you, which is something other than the cells that make up your body, and that's the microbiome. So you have all of these organisms in here, and the interplay between all of them and between you is fabulous. It's beautiful. It's a symphony of complexity. And when you eliminate that complexity, and when you start eliminating things from that ecosystem, which other parts of the ecosystem are dependent on, then it can get into this cycle of decreasing health and decreasing diversity, which we know is bad. It's bad not just for your microbiome, it's bad for any living ecosystem. So of all of the things that you can measure about your microbiome to know whether it's healthy or not, there's a lot of debate about which ones are actually really important and which ones aren't. Probably the two that there's the least amount of debate about and the most amount of agreement is how much diversity there is in the microbiome and how much diversity there is in the diet that you consume to feed that microbiome. So there are two principles there, right? One is how many different species do you have and how diverse is the microbiome itself? And the second is pretty easy to think of as how many different plants, so how many different vegetables and fruits did you eat over the last week or so? If you can, the higher the number of both of those things that you can answer, the healthier it's going to be.